Hello, I'm Alex, and welcome to Expansion. Today, we're diving into a massive shift happening in the world of artificial intelligence. It turns out the race to build one giant, all-powerful AI is pretty much over. We're now entering a totally new era, one defined by a whole team of highly specialized models all working together.
So we're at this really fascinating turning point, right? For the past few years, the whole game in AI has been about one thing: size. Who could build the biggest, most powerful, know-it-all model? But that mad dash is slowing down, and a new, much smarter phase is starting to take shape. And you know what's really interesting? This whole change isn't being driven by some crazy new technology. Nope. It's being driven by something way more fundamental: economics. As the research makes really clear, the unit economics, basically the cost per task, of using one of these colossal models for every little thing, well, it's just not sustainable. It just doesn't make financial sense.
I mean, think about it like this. Using a massive AI model to do something simple, like summarize an email, is like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. Yeah, sure, it'll get the job done, but it's incredibly wasteful and super expensive. That's the old monolithic era for you. This new specialist era we're moving into, it's the complete opposite. It's all about optimizing your costs, being laser-focused, and getting a way better return on your investment.
This new economic reality has basically created a brand new strategic playbook, a new imperative for anyone out there building with AI. And it all centers on one key idea. And that idea is called right sizing. It's a really simple but powerful principle. You strategically match the most efficient and cost-effective tool to the job at hand, instead of just defaulting to the biggest, flashiest one you can find. And let me be clear, this is way more than just a way to save a few bucks. It's creating a whole new competitive landscape. As the source material puts it, a new axis of competition is forming: AI unit economics. If you can master this, you're not just being more efficient, you're building a powerful, sustainable advantage over everyone else. Okay, so if we're building a team of specialists, who are the actual players? What does this new AI toolkit even look like? Well, to navigate this new world, you need a map. And the research lays out 8 key types of specialized AI models, each with its own unique strength. You've got your well-known large language models, or LLMs, for generating all sorts of content. Then you have smaller SLMs that can run right on your phone, which is great for cost and privacy. And then you have these really cool models like LAMs, or language action models, which don't just talk about doing things, they actually do them. The sheer variety here is just incredible. We're moving from a one-size-fits-all approach to having this rich toolkit of specialized instruments. We're really only scratching the surface today, but if you want to go deeper on this stuff, you should definitely join the expansion community on Telegram. It's where we continue the conversation and share a ton of useful information and insights. All right, let's zoom in on a couple of these specialists to really see their power in action. First up, this autonomous executor, the language action model, or LAM. This is not an AI that just chats with you. It's an AI that acts. You can give it a command in plain English, and it will go and execute a whole series of complex actions. It's basically a digital employee that automates your workflows. And the potential impact here is just staggering. According to the data, LAMs could reduce manual business processes by up to 60%. Just let that sink in. More than half of the tedious, repetitive work that happens in an organization could just be handled autonomously. Okay, next up, we have the AI that can both see and read. This is the Vision Language Model, or VLM. It's this powerful multimodal tool that can understand and analyze images and text at the same time, which unlocks a massive amount of value from all the visual data out there. And this isn't just some theory. A 2025 e-commerce study showed incredible bottom-line results. We're talking a 14% increase in conversion rates and a huge 50% jump in click-through rates, all from using VLMs to better understand products and customer behavior. And finally, let's look at a model that has completely revolutionized computer vision: the Segment Anything Model, or SAM. What makes SAM so incredible is that it can identify and perfectly outline any object in any image with insane accuracy, even if it's never been trained on that specific thing before. It's wild. So why does that matter so much? Because it dramatically speeds up one of the single biggest bottlenecks in all of AI development: labeling data. The research points to a potential 70% reduction in the time it takes to do that. That is an absolute game changer. It makes building all other AI systems so much faster and cheaper. But here's where it gets really interesting. The true magic, the real lasting competitive advantage, it doesn't come from using these models by themselves. It comes from how you combine them. The future belongs to what are being called composite AI systems. These are your own proprietary systems that you build by weaving together multiple interacting models. I mean, think about it. Anyone can plug into a big generic AI model, but a custom-built system that combines several specialists in a unique way, that is incredibly difficult for anyone else to copy. That's where you find your real durable competitive advantage. Let's make this super concrete. Imagine building an autonomous medical assistant. First, it needs to perceive the world. A VLM analyzes a medical scan, while a SAM perfectly segments a potential anomaly. Then, it needs to reason. A central LLM acts as the brain to assess the findings and figure out what to do. And finally, it needs to act. A LAM executes the plan. It updates the patient's record, notifies a specialist, and schedules a follow-up. You see how they all work together? By combining these specialists, you've created something that isn't just an analysis tool, it's an active, autonomous participant in a critical process. So what are the key things you need to remember from all of this? How do you build for this future? Okay, to succeed in the specialist era, your whole strategy has to evolve. First, remember, specialization now beats generalization, period. Second, become obsessed with AI unit economics. That's your new competitive battlefield. Third, you're not looking for one single model. You're building a portfolio of specialists. Fourth, the greatest value is going to come from creating those unique composite AI systems. And finally, the end game here is shifting from simple automation to true autonomy. The fundamental mindset here has completely flipped. It's no longer about having the single biggest AI. It's about having the smartest team of AIs. The source material puts it perfectly. The era of the AI generalist is over. The era of the AI specialist has begun. And this leaves us with a final and pretty critical thought to guide your strategy as you step into this new landscape. It's time to think like a general manager building a team. The question is no longer if you'll use AI, but what specialists will be on your AI team. That's all for today's deep dive. This shift to specialized AI isn't just a trend. It's a fundamental restructuring of how value is going to be created in the years ahead. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, all the best. You've been listening to the Expansion Podcast.